Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, on behalf of your Denver-based podcast crew, we appreciate you joining us for the Friendly Vibes.
Come sit down.
Coming to you live from TSS Universidad. You can't set shit on here, and I didn't tell you that, so that's not your fault. Welcome to the show. I'm a little out of sorts today because yesterday my grandfather, the patriarch of my mom's side of the family, passed away. He had a long, full life and made an impact on just so many people. To think that there's, 60 or 70 humans in this world that are walking through life and hopefully making a positive impact on people's lives because of this dude, that's pretty cool. And I wanted to share one small kind of funny story about him that I remember from growing up.
Please do.
There was a family reunion at my house, and I was like maybe 7 or so because my parents were still together at this point. And I heard about this later. Anyway, so the story goes that they're doing a couples game of like, what's the game they used to have on TV? The partner game. How well do you know your spouse? Newlywed game.
Yeah.
So they're doing a version of the newlywed game. They're passing around. And one of the questions is, when's the last time you had sex with your partner? And lo and behold, Grandma's answer was, this afternoon.
Spicy.
And they were staying at my parents' house. So my mom goes to her dad, my grandpa, and she goes, Edward! So that's the story. But
hey, you got to keep it alive.
And then Grandpa had game late into his 60s and 70s, allegedly, is how the story goes. So long, full life. Cheers to you, Grandpa. Hope you enjoy the sky, people.
Respect.
Cheers. Now you can play golf with God. I like that. Oh, you're going full shooter. I like you guys. Jeez. We're having a fun one today.
We're having fun today.
My guests are 2 Iowans. 2 people that I'm kind of loose friends with, that I rekindle with whenever I can because they're good people and they're fun to hang out with. On my left, in the dark shades and the cool vibes, Mahlon Steepleton.
Hello.
On his left, in the cool hat and now the cool shades and the full vibes, is Josh Harmon, Royalty Klub.
What I do.
He is back. He was on episode 27 of the show, back when it was just a little rinky-dink production.
OG.
We didn't cook food for guests back then. Was it hospitable back then? I don't even remember.
We had a great time. We always, it's always hospitable when we rekindle, even if it's at a Rockies game like we did recently.
It'll be a little easier for us. We just throw them off for him. That way I'm not prone to do any random sound drops. And then all we have to remember is not to interrupt each other and keep our faces about this far away from the microphone. Should be good.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Rock and rolling.
Gentlemen, Mahlon, you've been in Reno, Nevada in the summer?
Yeah.
Summer long?
So, I was in Vegas for 2 weeks, but I came out to the beautiful state of Colorado, hung out with you guys for the Rockies game. That was a good time. First Rockies game.
Addition to the studio, we got a little framed picture of the crew at that game, so that's fun.
And then being from Iowa, Field of Dreams is my all-time favorite movie.
Is that in the shot?
Movie. Don't know for sure, but it's up there. Kevin Costner, the OG.
Okay.
But either way, I went there a few years ago, back in 2022. It was wild. Been in Iowa my entire life. Had never gone to Field of Dreams with the original place. So it's in Dyersville, Iowa. I have some friends up there, or from there over the years and stuff. Beautiful place. They're actually trying to right now, which is really fucking cool, is they have the place where they had the MLB game, where they had where Tim Anderson, rest in peace to him, he kind of sucks now, but he hit the walk-off against the Yankees, which was fucking dope, up there and stuff.
Did you get to go to that game?
I wish they had. I knew it was going to be for bigwigs, rich-ass people from Iowa, but pretty much there was a lot. There's a lottery, and my friend, shout out to Michael Olson, he actually won it, and he went with his brother, and he's a diehard White Sox fan, so he went, and that was a fucking great ass time, he said. So that was cool. But
for people who don't know, they built an MLB
stadium,
style park, in where there was already the Field of Dreams, right
next to it. Yeah. Where the movie was held, So where they had the Ghost baseball players, Ray Liotta, James Earl Jones, another great movie of mine. He's in The Sandlot, classic.
That's your movie?
That's probably like top. Not my movie. I wish, but no, top 3 movie.
You make some good movies, man.
No, top 3 all-time movie for sure. For
Sandlot,
me, for baseball,
for baseball,
for baseball.
And you're a huge baseball head.
Yeah, I would say diehard Cubs fan. Got that from my dad. Shout out to Marty. He
because it is hereditary.
Sadly, yes. He got his heart broken when he was 8 years old because he followed the 69 Cubs and they lost to the Miracle Mets in 69. So ever since then, he's kind of been, Josh's team. He's kind of been just a diehard Cubs fan because back then there were only 3 channels. So WGN was one of the channels. So you would just watch either Cubs games, etc. And then
isn't that crazy to think?
Yeah,
that,
I know.
Like when when TV came out, there's three things,
maybe 4 fucking channels.
Maybe
that my dad said they would get. He's 63 now, but they would get ABC, they would get Fox, and then either like NBC or CBS. That would be the thing. But it was always like either a Cubs game, some like sports game of the week or whatever.
Right.
Like, and then once the 70s hit, it was Monday Night Football, and that kind of all like took off and shit. So
from a cultural perspective, it's fascinating to think how different modern culture is from that.
For sure.
In that everybody watched the same stuff.
Yeah.
So you could ask all your coworkers about the show because everybody watched the show because it was the only thing on TV.
And that's why like MASH, Cheers, they have some of the highest, like from what I looked at, ratings ever, or like their last finale. I mean, obviously they were good shows to begin with, but like, it's crazy. Like some of those are, if they don't discount the Super Bowl, it's like some of the most watched ever. I would say Seinfeld's up there too, I think, but
that's pretty wild.
It is kind of wild.
And the reason that they're so watched is because they're so beloved, because they're a cultural foundation block of our society, and that's because everybody had to watch it.
Yeah,
forced to watch it.
It's like a forced to watch
kind of forced to watch
it. It's like a sermon of sorts.
Yeah, but at least it's not like shitty, I would say. Like, I mean, there's some stuff out there, it's like, what the fuck am I watching right now? But I mean, for the most part, I would say that type of thing. But kind of reeling it back into baseball, just for me, kind of grew up, been diehard Cubs fan. I played up until 9th grade, but it was mostly just I didn't like the coach. I could have kept going, but for me, I was never the best hitter, but I could always field pretty well, and I always stole. I was really quick with that. So like for me, if I even just got a single or got a walk or even a bunt, for me, it was just getting on base and then kind of going from there. So, like, that's why I really liked, he was just fun to watch in general. But I loved Ichiro because he was just so damn good at being consistent and just getting on base, you know? He might just have kind of a slapstick type of swing. But, like, you know, for me, I mean, that's the OG. To be honest, I know that he couldn't, but if he would have not been in Japan for that sort of years, he would have easily beaten Pete Rose's all-time record.
That's the original Shohei Ohtani right there.
For sure, That's the guy,
OG import.
Guy doesn't even know who Tom Brady is or anyone, which was wild to think about.
What do you think about Shohei's contract? For people who don't know, he signed like one of the largest baseball contracts of all time. But they structured it.
Yeah.
They structured it in a way where he's deferred payments that hit that impact the team in like a salary cap way.
Yeah,
they don't have a salary cap.
So so baseball's, in my opinion, fucking weird.
Yeah,
with
me
certain
too.
things. So
I share that opinion.
Moneyball, that's another. I would say that's in my top 3. But that's the tough part with baseball is they can restructure shit so differently. So like a good example. So like every July 1st. I think it's July 1st or 2nd. It's Bobby Bonilla Day, and he hasn't played. Yeah, he hasn't played. Shout out to him, but he hasn't played in like 20 fucking years for his Mets.
Yeah, that's what.
So Ken Griffey, not a good.
I won't shout him out that much.
But the wild part about that is he's still getting paid after a certain amount of time. Ken Griffey is and all that. So what they do is, and to be honest, you know, the rich get richer. That's the tough part about baseball.
That's what they say.
Yeah, definitely for that. But with him, I think Shohei's contract is for. I think it's for 10 years. You get paid $2 million to the $20 million. And then, don't quote me on this. I just know
something like 500. $500 million on the back end.
And then on the back end, it's fucking a shit ton.
$2 million goes to the bullshit parlays, I think, in the contract. I think in the contract,
contractually, it's like
something has to
already. It's already laid out in team futures.
One of the best
futures
memes
bets across all leagues.
One of the best baseball memes I said was Pete Rose would have been in the Hall of Fame if he had a translator. You know, you got to have someone to
put it on.
Yeah, put it on for sure. But so
that's fascinating.
It is kind of weird with the contracts.
This dude did it.
Yeah.
What?
So I honestly, so that's kind of my American League team because that was one of the first games he.
We have a communist league now?
No. American League, I'm a big Angels fan, so I wish he would have kind of stayed because Trout's my guy. He actually played, shout out Cedar Rapids Colonels, let the good times roll.
The Colonels. I've been to a Colonels game.
Yes, but Trout,
if you find yourself, unfortunately, chilling as Hillary would say, in Cedar Rapids.
A Colonel's game's pretty good.
Go to a Colonel's game. It's a good time.
It was actually wild.
Legit a good time.
I felt bad for the A's, but it was louder at a Colonel's game. You know, it gets lit sometimes in an A's game, so that was kind of at certain points. Yeah, definitely. But Trout.
I've got a joke that I'm working like a bit that I've been working about reverse boycotts and the Oakland A's.
Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah.
I think I might have told you. It's been an older bit, but like basically, like what's a reverse boycott? Like I don't even understand what that is. Is that like a girl caught? Like if I reverse boycott a specific thing, like if I reverse boycott a pride event, like is that a trans caught?
So
it's shitty. I'm still trying to figure out how to make it funny, but I told you up front I'm working on it.
Yeah.
So it was great. They were selling outside the stadium when I went to Oakland. I actually had a good time. That was one of my favorite stadiums. Oracle, when I went, San Francisco was number one, but Oakland Coliseum was pretty cool. But they were selling shirts that said "Sell the Team" and stuff, and they had people in deep center, one of the best areas out there, but had signs that said "Sell the Team" and et cetera like that. So I would say reverse boycott is pretty much just the owners being kind of an asshole. Pretty much what happened he's a big asshole, yeah. But so what happened pretty much with that is for someone layperson on the streets, who's never heard about
the Oakland A's.
Yeah, so the Oakland A's. If you've ever seen Moneyball, shout out to Brad Pitt. Shout out to that.
They won't see this. Shout outs.
But
too many shout outs, man.
Either way, a good movie. But pretty much what happened was the A's were really successful in the 70s. Late 80s. Late 80s, they had the Bash Brothers, which was Mark McGuire and Jose Canseco. Probably a rap song, in his name. Draft Day. It's another one by Drake. But
Drake. Don't bring that name up.
Yeah, we won't talk about him.
They're not like us.
But back to Oakland A's baseball. So they were really successful in the 70s, 80s, and stuff. And then early 2000s, they were pretty successful.
They've never won a championship, though, right?
No, they did.
They did. Okay, no, so they were like balling out as a franchise.
They were the best. I think they won 3 in the
I'm so ignorant to baseball, so I ask, and my fiance and her family, they're big A's fans.
Hang on.
So I'm trying to figure this guy give me an education before.
They won in 89 against the San Francisco Giants. The big reason why I know this
earthquake, right?
Yeah, earthquake. Yeah. So
this is your Rainman type thing of you, by the way. This is like your trains.
I was just gonna say that, so I'll get into that later. Just letting you know, not a big deal. Anyone who is not autistic, not Rainman or anything, just have certain qualities and stuff. Talk to my psychiatrist. I'm not, but shout out to anyone who is. My mom worked with autism kids and behavioral disorder kids for years and stuff, so it's a very tough job and stuff, but shout out to her.
But so you're just being clear about like you don't have your baseball knowledge is purely out of love,
not just baseball, like anything, but sure. I would say knowledge out of that would be definitely that. My getting into that though, I would say that's an OG for the kids that are super young, but one of my OG favorite movies ever that's a good autistic joke is 21 Jump Street, where they're trying to find the supplier and they have a shit ton of on the board of like no names and who's who and stuff, and Ice Cube asks him, he's like, who the fuck drew this up? What are you, autistic? And he's like, it is artistic, sir. Jonah Hill's character, whatever. I'm like, my God. But my dad loves that movie too. His favorite part is, which is good.
You're too funny, bro.
You're here because you're young. You're some Justin Bieber, Miley Cyrus looking motherfuckers, and that's a good one. But
they need to they need to push hard back into comedy movies because people are ready for it.
Yeah, for sure.
You look at stand-up's growth over the last 10 years from 200 million to a trillion dollar industry.
Have you seen The Machine?
Yeah.
What'd you think? I haven't seen it yet, so like
it's been a while since I've seen it.
Maybe need to rewatch it.
Okay,
yeah. Okay. Yeah. I need to watch.
Let's watch it. Is it on Netflix?
We'll have a watch party.
I think so. That's Bert Keister, right?
That's
Keister. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Got this new TV for exactly this purpose.
Yeah.
No, but I think that people leaning into saying like free speech comedy, like if you watch Superbad.
Oh, fuck!
You're like, this would never be released now.
My mom loves that movie,
though. What? It's a great movie. There's nothing wrong with it. And we need to draw a bubble outside of jokes and say that these are jokes.
Think about this, okay? And that is one of my all-time favorite movies, and it got pushed so hard because of the R word, obviously blackface. But Tropic Thunder, I'm sorry.
Oh, my goodness.
Fucking... It's got some of the best casts of all time. Robert Downey Jr., think about that. He was up for Academy of fucking Award. And I've talked...
Will you look up Tropic Thunder? I want to know like who made that movie? Who like wrote and directed that movie?
You know who it was? Ben Stiller.
Ben Stiller.
Yeah,
Ben Stiller. So he's in it. So funny.
But so he got a few either a year ago or something like that. People were like, you need to fucking cancel this or a bad fucking movie. And he's like, I will not do anything like of the sort, because he was like, it was made at the right time. It was good. And people don't get that they're making fun of it. So like when he says, like, the whole point is like when you say don't go full retard, I know you're not supposed to say that, but the whole point was, like, that is true. If you see I Am Sam, and I know you don't always go off ratings, but with Sean Penn, did not get that good of ratings. But Forrest Gump is very lovable fucking movie. I mean, there's been a lot of movies like that where they don't, like Rain Man, great fucking all-time movie. And it's kind of the thing where they do a little bit, but they don't do too much. And the thing with the blackface is, I understand.
You tell me, hey, tell me what the thing with the blackface is. You know, there's a reason you're here, Mahlon.
The thing with the blackface.
I'll be honest. I wanted to talk about baseball. I wanted to talk about bowling, but I really, really wanted to ask you about blackface.
So
that's why you're here, man.
This is what I'm getting into.
I had a Juneteenth special. I could have asked them, but no, I want to ask you. So tell me about blackface.
I've talked to not just like my black friends, but I've talked to reading online, just etc. stuff like that. Even like great guy, we'll name him. Shout out to him, Cedric, on the podcast.
Come on the pod, bro. I want to. Yeah, I'm going to come out to Iowa.
So
he's no longer working at the.
Yes, so I'm about to say that. I was going to get into that. So
is it okay to talk about this?
I don't know. I said
be smart.
We went back. I went. I
haven't seen him
it last time.
About his name?
Said,
don't talk about any other crap with that. I'm just talking professionally. He's no longer working professionally with, right?
Yeah, he's not.
If you want to say it, then say it.
Yeah, he's not. But he's
definitely.
I just meant he's loving life right now. So like,
no, it seemed like he got a job out of school. He's a fucking hardworking dude.
Oh, he worked his ass off for 3 years. Yeah,
I always loved him because he is someone that, like me, I feel like he sees that the system set up a way where like you either have to be in a box and abandon your soul to win, or find a way outside of it. He does a great job of finding ways outside of it in creative guerrilla business ways. I am inspired by him because he, like me, went into a job and works a job to get a check to live life outside of a job.
Yeah, he worked his ass off, bought a house, did everything, and
good for him.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, I was a little worried because like he was telling me he was quitting his job, and other people were like, "Do you have another job lined up?" But he saved some money up. He's literally he just went to Chicago literally the other week. He's just having a good time right now.
I want him on the pod for real though.
Yeah.
He is like all-time guest request. For
sure.
One of the homies from college that like really was a good guy, smart, had fun, knew how to work hard and play even harder.
Yeah, work hard, play hard for sure.
So
and I want to shout out to Josh for introducing me to Cedric at Moco.
Let's talk about how did I meet you, random fools? In life? Right. How did our souls cross ways?
So, like I was saying earlier, Josh and I had the same journalism class, and then we ran track together, and then at Mount Mercy in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Yep, and we had classes together and just hung out, stuff like that, and. So the bar kind of, I'm a big backstory guy, but going back to that, so the bar that we were in Moco. Yeah, shout out to my dad's best friend, Dennis Mahoney. He actually owned the bar called Mahoney's, and Moco at the time, it was actually split, this is kind of wild. So yeah, it was split. So on one side of the bar, it was literally pool table, Mahoney's, etc. And then there was another place called Patio O'Rourke's. So it was an Irish district type of thing down there. And my dad's best friend Mahoney, he owned the bar for years. My parents, their after party, they're pretty fucked up, but just drinking, having a good time with friends. But it was there, so they had a good time.
Do you know who owns Moco now? Because I'm trying to do a summer, like at some point late summer, like trip out to show them where I went to college and do like a vlogging stuff and whatnot.
I honestly don't know.
But I want to set. I know they do events and stuff. Like I want to do a show. I want to do a comedy show at Moco.
Cool.
Yeah,
like, I think they would be a combination to that too. Yeah,
that'd be really cool.
Just a little to your right.
Yep, got you.
But sorry, getting back to that, and then
so there's this bar Moco.
Yeah, and there was a trophy shop, Dick's. It used to be, and then after that it was called Dick's Tap Room when Mahoney sold it. And Dick's, no offense, but the guy just kind of ran it to the ground. And then they were like, "Oh shit, let's kind of have a college. Let's kind of have a college. Let's kind of have a college bar." And you guys have been to Moco. Honestly, it's anywhere from our age to like 15, 16-year-olds.
This bar, this bar, my campus, Coe College. It's
in the middle
lovely campus in the middle of Cedar Rapids. Yeah. We were told as freshmen, hey, just don't go east. Like, so you just know there's like 5 blocks east. You just don't need to go east. So there's this Hy-Vee, like a grocery store.
Ghetto Hy-Vee.
Ghetto V. Called it Ghetto V.
Yeah. Rest in peace to that. It closed.
Apparently it closed because of profit margins. But there's like we're not going to get into that today. We're not going to get into why it closed and business reasons. They told us as freshmen, they said, don't walk east. And I was like, are you kidding me? Like, you can walk down a street to get to a grocery store. So I was always like, walking to the grocery store, walking back. And it was like, oh, I see why you are scared of this. But also, that's really terrible that you won't interact with this community and like try to improve upon, you know, you disenfranchise and redline to this community into like, you know, poverty state. And they aren't offered any social services or legs up to try to get out of this state. Yeah. And you tell your students not to walk the blocks that way. What are we doing?
Yeah.
Yeah. First Ave is definitely a clear, like, one side is shit, the other side is almost multi-million-dollar houses.
That's kind of where Washington, like high school, it's kind of up the road, but that's kind of the sad part about that, where you got Bruce Moore, very famous place, like people literally on the Titanic, they either live there or stuff like that, and they have a huge balloon glow every year, which is kind of really cool. The balloons like on the actual property. I've ran Bruce Moore, like actually on the grass.
It's like a historic
place, really beautiful. They got a pool. Most people
it's a sick building.
Yeah, most people for prom, homecoming, they actually take their photos there. They're allowed to do that. I went there for prom. It was a really cool, sick area. But that's the issue, is you kind of have like
ultimately
the rich,
it's surrounded by,
and then on the other side, it's kind of Wash Ave and poverty. So that's kind of the tough part. You could go 2 or 3 blocks, and you could literally go from like, looks like, you know, a country club living type of house, and then you go
to like someone who, like, you know, that's a house here you'll see in Denver commonly nestled in between $1 million homes. There's this.
It happens.
Yeah,
it happens. It's happening. It's part of how.
And there's not
work.
really like, I would say, I don't want to like say that because I love my town, like I'm born and raised. I would say that would be kind of
my point of laying this out is just to let people know. So they set up this bar that was, you know, 4 blocks to the east of our campus, and 10 blocks to the, or 6 blocks
from like Mount Mercy
toward the west.
Probably
so
the same.
Coe's here, Mount Mercy's here. In the middle is this bar that they create called Moco Hotdog Bar. The funniest part about this is that Moco, they meant to Mount Mercy Coe College, Moco. I get it, right? Somebody on the staff in the kitchen has to be Latino. There has to be one Latino person on the staff that should have not just chuckled to themselves and should have brought up the fact that Moco in Spanish is booger.
Correct.
Like, can we just one?
Yeah.
I refuse to believe that only white people worked at Moco. There wasn't one cook, not one cook. Come on.
It's impossible.
It's impossible. You've been in, I've been in the service industry. You know what I'm talking about.
I worked at Carlos,
The best Asian, Japanese food, the best Korean food, the best Indian food. It's all made by Mexicans.
Cooks in the back.
100%. Like, fact, straight up, for real.
Shout out to my buddy Alan, who we went to the Rockies game with. He actually did work at Moco for a couple of years. So
I end up, you know, I'm a little older in college. I'm a junior, senior. Like, I'm, you know, had done my work. I'm doing my stuff. And my econ professors start talking about this bar, Moco. It's like, oh, we're going to this place. We meet here for drinks sometimes on Fridays, you know, with students who were doing research and whatnot. We popped in and they invited us over, that kind of thing. So
they got live bands too. Pretty cool. Yeah.
So I started frequenting this bar with some buddies, you know, going on I was never really like oh no,
somebody didn't. Oh,
it's time. It's wing time. It's wing flipping time.
Oh, let's get it.
So you're gonna have to stay for the story.
We're gonna pick back up with this Moco story. The triangle, the little.
Have you?
And then we'll get it back into Tropic Thunder.
Have you listened to radio in your life? You know, station identifications.
Yeah. Have
you listened to the show? You probably don't know. You might have heard this.
I know station identification.
You know station identification. I'm gonna give you the classic. We'll be right back. You're listening to 91.1. Oh shit, was that another plane? We'll be right back. We're back. We're live. We're live. We're here. Top Shelf Studios talking about how we met each other at a neighborhood pub. Take it away, Josh.
Moco Hotdog Bar.
Hotdog Bar. Yep. Moco, the legendary.
So apparently I do. So what I was going to say is we all have been to this bar, all kind of hung out at this bar at separate times, not even really, or probably at the same time, but not even really knowing each other necessarily. Me and Mahlon probably knew each other, or you guys might have even known each other when I wasn't there a couple of times, or just like all the interaction of time, like never really worked out. But yeah, so I met Cedric. He was a Suns fan. He's from Arizona as well, and I didn't even know him in Arizona, but I met him when I moved to Iowa, and we were both from Arizona. relatively coming to Iowa around the same time. So we were homies, and one of the times that I brought Mahlon to the bar with me, Cedric was also there and introduced them because Mahlon is also a fellow
Suns fan,
a fellow poverty, a fellow suicidal Suns fan.
Yeah, sometimes.
As I am.
My God.
So
I almost quit after this year, but it's like being a Cubs fan. It's gonna happen one of these days. And Minnesota Vikings fans, if you're out there, especially my friend Jacob Hyde, they will fucking win eventually in your lifetime. It will happen. I will know this because the Cubs, they won it all. And that was I went to the parade. It was one of the best ever. My dad and I went. Fucking fantastic. It was
not going to happen for Minnesota.
I don't know.
Continue.
But so that's so
we're all at this bar hanging out.
And then Cedric or Sean already had known Cedric for going to Coe
College,
and
parties,
equally
like
going to the same bar that we've all been to.
But you met Cedric at Teak, right?
Cedric's a Teak. I am a Teak legacy. So we were both in the same like Teak big class or whatever. Yep. My dad was a Teak at Iowa State.
Yep.
And so I ended up joining Phi Tau. Because there was like lots of older seniors who were econ majors, really smart, fucking like lunatic, like smart level, like so fucking smart. And I was like, I gotta be with them. Like, I'll probably throw everything away. I went to this school to avoid distractions. I could have gone to CU Boulder, right?
Yeah.
I made this decision matrix before I chose college. I was like, and you weight things, and the weighted value of a lack of distractions for me was really important in college because I didn't want to fucking slip away.
Yeah.
And shout out, you came to Iowa, man. Like, I would say in certain levels, I know sometimes it doesn't always have its qualities, but Iowa, in my opinion, is one of the most underrated states on certain things, for sure, on a like good amount of things. But
people wise, it's the Midwest is where it's at.
Yeah.
People are great.
A lot of nice people, for sure. But Josh introduced me to Cedric Bauer. Shout out to him again. And then him and I just kind of really clicked. And I was kind of going back to Moco. And I think there was one day, I think Josh and I were just like, we're going to go play pool, stuff like that. And
I was probably running the table.
Yeah, well, that was the thing. So Cedric actually, that's the wild part. So Josh introduces me to Cedric, and Josh and I had already met. Cedric introduces me to you, Sean, and then I introduced Sean to Josh. Yeah. And I think we were just all there at the same time. My other friend, Josh,
at one point, we finally
Hansen,
were all
and my dad,
there.
I think, were there because my dad had just wanted to come down, have
including
a beer.
Mahlon's dad apparently was there.
Shout out to him, well, because we were playing pool, but he missed Mahoney's, his old friend's place, and wanted to come down to Moco.
Dude, there's nothing like dads in the Midwest that frequent a bar. Top tier.
Marty Steepleton is his dad joke. As Josh has met him, you met him. His dad joke is
my grandpa. I've been trying to, as you get through comedy, stand up, I've kind of come to like realize and learn it's like playing an instrument or an art form, right? But you don't know what instrument you're playing until you're a master at it.
Yeah.
Like you don't know that it's an oboe until you're the best oboe player you can be, right? Which is kind of fucking weird about stand up as an art form. So I've been trying to reflect and learn like where I'm writing a joke every day minimum. Where does my comedic taste come from?
Mm-hmm.
My grandfather, who just passed, was very much the type of the generation where they would send long like email like street jokes. Like he knew unlimited. He had an unlimited Rolodex that he could pull at any point of street jokes.
Yeah,
is what I've come to learn about street jokes.
Yep.
Guy and his buddy goes down to a bar, go down a beach, whatever. Situational, like funny jokes.
For sure.
My grandpa had a calendar where it was like joke of the day, and it was like a picture, and this was a cheesy one, but it was like Michael Phelps's first baptism, and it's him diving into the baptismal font. Just, funny kind of ass, stuff. Like cheesy as fuck, but like good dad jokes. And I would say like I got that from my grandpa. The big part was when I was living with him, and I love that movie too, but he was a big fan of Spaceballs, Robin Hood Men in Tights, where Spaceballs makes fun of Star Wars, and Mel Brooks, that was his like number one guy, where to be honest, some of the jokes were kind of risque, I guess, back in the day and stuff, but like they're funny as fuck.
It's
like
mostly,
if you look at like
common
Mel Brooks,
humor.
Dangerfield, I mean, you watch Caddyshack, that dude's a legend goat for sure. I would say Don Rickles, funny as hell. Like that guy, the big part of them too, that's kind of what Matt Rife does nowadays. It kind of makes fun of people in the crowd. So like he did make fun of like a kid who was like in a wheelchair and stuff. And I think he had.
Did you
like,
go to the Matt Rife show?
Crowd work
No, I
is
get
crazy.
it was too expensive in Iowa. And I don't think I was there. I don't think. Yeah, I think it was just too expensive, and I wasn't. I have watched him on Netflix. And he's
to
very
reel
fun,
us back. So my grandpa's like street joke style, like long form joke influence. And I grew up around this, whatever. Very funny, witty guy, too. Very smart dude. And then my dad is very much like your dad, very dad jokey, very, you know, just classic, kind of short. Like his favorite joke to tell, he's a pilot, and his favorite joke to tell to passengers or whatever. Why does the chicken coop only have 2 doors? Because if it had 4 doors, it'd be a chicken sedan. Like shit like that. Like that's his, you know, so I grew up around that. So having those 2 styles of comedy, also now being in the art form and seeing performers, like I'm more drawn to people like Harlan Williams, where he is analyzing down to just the word, like the funniness of words and stuff and things.
Definitely.
That kind of thing is where my brain goes, because it just overworks itself. So it has to find funny in random things. Like
I've seen a couple clips from, so let's shout them out really quick. Is it because I've been telling all the homies, I was like, oh yeah, my homie Sean, he actually be doing like some sets and stuff at, is it Comedy Works that we have here?
The legendary
Comedy Works is the one in Denver.
Yeah, Comedy Works is the legendary Denver
I can never
club.
remember if it's that one or like Laugh Factory or which one it was. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. So Comedy Works is the Denver comedy like top echelon scene. So we have the Downtown Club and then the South Club. So I'm a door guy at the South Club.
Okay.
You know, and so I was put on a storytelling show of one of the comics, Brant, who came on the pod. And so it was a like 5-minute story with a little bit of interview after. Long story short, what ended up happening is I'm working sound on Thursday. I'm on this show on Friday. So the national headliner's in Thursday, Friday first show, Saturday 2 shows. Okay? That's his schedule. I am, you know, helping with merch after the show on Thursday, helping sell t-shirts with the national tour. Jamie Lissow, who's in town.
Okay.
He's on Gutfield's show a lot. He's like the funniest comedian from Alaska, I think is what his kind of brand is.
Nice.
Super great, funny dude. And he had actually met his fiance at the club a year prior.
Oh, wow.
Long story
Denver?
short, in Denver, at Comedy Works South. Yeah.
Crazy.
So, I go in on Friday, the first show on Friday. I'm going to be performing on the second show. So I'm nervous for my fucking, you know, big time story shot on a show. Like my name is on the list. I'm on the fucking list for the like, oh man, that's cool.
Big fucking deal, man.
Big deal.
You,
I'm excited as hell.
Yeah,
so I walk in to get the notes for them. Like, when do you want your light? Do you want intro music? Because I'm the sound guy. I do
equally.
The full production.
You still have a whole.
So I'm working
other
a full
thing
show
that you're
before I'm ready to like perform and do the thing. Yeah. So I'm walking to the green room, and the opener, Kelly Conway, I think Kelly Calloway. I'm so bad with names. Kelly Collette. She goes, Sean, good to see you again. Oh, you're working sound tonight. I saw your name's on the list. Are you performing in the second show? So I'm like, yeah, you know, my Brant put me on the show. Super excited about it. Long story short, I go back to the sound room, start the show. About 5 minutes in the show, get a call over the radio. Sean, I need you to the managers. I go, fuck. Did I fuck up the beginning of the show? Like, what? I mean, I'm hearing the audio. Okay, what's going on here?
Yeah,
So I go in there, and my boss, Anders, he's the best. He's like, listen, Jamie wants you to he asked if you would do a guest spot.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, and he goes, I told him no. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, you're going to do it tomorrow.
Oh, I see.
So long story short, I was going to go visit my mom, change some plans. And I do guest spots for Sold Out Crowd on Saturday night at Comedy Works South.
Congrats, bro.
For Jamie Lissow.
And that's almost better than that night, probably.
Oh, because I'm doing a set.
You're
that was
already
comedy.
doing your whole, like,
so I did I do the show on Friday, goes well. Me and another door guy, Lucas Maderos, he crushes it too. We're probably the best two, and we're not even like all the comics, right? We're like we're like up and comings, right? Versus like people that are comics. We do well, and so that's great. We both feel good about how we did roast the moment. And then I do get to do stand-up on the Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
For a sold-out crowd. So
that's awesome. Said his name's Anders. Shout out Workaholics. So
yeah,
that
right.
Yeah, that's the first thing I thought of.
I gotta finish that. I gotta finish that series. I'm like halfway through, but that shit's
so good. So that's the thing is, I told people like over a year ago, like long time ago, I was like, hey, I did a couple mics here in town and realized like with my I started college. I did mics in college, worked at Penguins.
Oh yeah.
So I was like doing mics out here, writing. It's like I can't fucking go to work from 7 a.m. to 4, drive an hour to a mic, sit from 6, get on at midnight, and then try to go to work the next day. Like this isn't like my 2 minutes or 3 minutes. It's not productive to advancing me getting better at the art form.
Yeah.
And so I was like, a year ago, I was like, I'm going to get on the stage in an unconventional way. I'm going to write every day, work really hard, make connections, work in the industry, do the shit door guy job, clean up the puke, do whatever the fuck needs to be done. And thankfully, this podcast, unintentionally got me very quickly advanced through the door guyship, where now I'm on sound, running sound, and the most experienced person on sound now, because it's like, oh, I did all this extra stuff. I like to learn about it myself.
Yeah.
Just randomly like, oh, these side skills I've been acquiring through talking to fun people, having a good time. Like now I get to apply it in a professional setting.
Oh, yeah. That was a big reason why I honestly did go out to Reno, was for that bowling journalism job, because it's a great resume builder, but I get to see you guys, which is fucking great. Learned a lot of experience. Like I've been on the West Coast a couple of times, but I hadn't been like Ben a lot. So I got blessed with like just so many different opportunities, people I met, and like
so tell
I
me,
got other
tell me
jobs.
about how did you find your way? So you were going out to do journalism work for the PBA.
Yeah. So
that's
like
awesome.
Kind of PBA, like their PBA
Corn Ferry Tour of PBA?
Yeah, so like their PBA what's the word?
A minor, like a up and coming.
So they got the
Qualifier?
PBA and then they got the Open Championship. So it's kind of like the sisterhood of the PBA. I guess that would be the best way to.
Okay.
But
to think about it.
Shout out to my buddy Donnie.
So he was he playing in it?
No, so he
Probably could have. Maybe.
Yeah, he could have. But this what I did was So what I specifically. So my buddy Donnie. Forgot his last name. I think it's Grayball. I think that's the way of saying it. But
spelled crazy.
Yeah, it's a good last name. I just can't say it. Yeah. So he's a year below Josh and I, and we had journalism class together, but I think he did public relations. So damn good bowler, but he came out to Iowa out of all places again because Mount Mercy has a really good bowling squad. Their coach is like on Team USA, like coaches. Yeah, fucking nuts. So they're really good bowler. So Donnie and I became good friends.
You thought esports was a silly college sport.
No. So, so that kind of happened. And then Josh, Donnie, and I, we had classes for a few years and stuff. Donnie and I actually hung out a few times at Moco and stuff.
Nice.
And he's from Portland area, Oregon, so he's a big Damian Lillard fan. And just kind of talk sports, etc., stuff like that. And then kind of just
gets you out there.
So that was the thing. So I kept connected with Donnie and stuff, and he's like, "Yo, would you be interested in a journalism job?" Because he worked it the year before, and now he's actually traveling the country for the women's PBA, like Pro Tour, the Queens, like the older woman. But he's literally going to like fucking Green Bay to Louisville. It's crazy though.
That
like,
would be so difficult.
But like he's
I'm
doing
sure he's
a lot.
really good at it.
Yeah,
but.
so he's damn good at it and stuff. So he's working his job, he's loving it. But he is part of USBC, which is United States Bowling Congress, and that's located in Texas. So that's where he's like out of. He's like 5 minutes.
You have a Congress? You have a Senate too?
I don't know. Some shit. But so he just asked, he's like, would you be willing to like come out to Reno, work the thing for a couple of months, etc.
Yeah.
And I was kind of a little hesitant at first, but at the same time it's like, oh shit, like my friend Alan, who you guys met, really great guy, he kind of just sells shit off eBay, and he works like but he works like a job from home and stuff that I work. So like he kind of has some free time to do some shit and stuff.
Gotcha.
So I was like, shit, let's have a road trip buddy type of thing. Came out here, went to the Rockies game, got to see you guys again. Had been a little bit, so obviously that was great. And I was like, you know what, fuck it. I'm going to kind of just go out, see how 2.5, 3 months go. And I mean,
did you enjoy it?
It's, to be honest, I want to say, in my opinion, it's the best decision I've ever made in my life as of right now. And I've been very blessed with like the opportunity. Literally when I was in Reno, old lady where I was like living at the apartment gave me a free TV, like just tons of cool shit. Like it was great to see my friend Jacob because he had moved out there sadly, and I, thousands of miles away. So it was good to see him, and went to a few games and just caught up and stuff like that. And yeah, like the job in general.
So you this was like the biggest leap you had taken in your life.
Oh yeah, so good example to thing. I told him that because we were roommates at the time. The most I had ever been out of Iowa, like consecutively, was 10 days, and that was in Paris, and that was a good time. Had a great trip.
But you never lived outside of Iowa. You never really adjusted.
Born and raised in Cedar Rapids, never had done anything like that. So it was kind of an adjustment. But the good news was my cousin Emily, she had lived in Reno for a bit, so she gave me literally every single bar she had been to, etc. Like,
come on, you can't get the full rundown.
She literally had like she literally had an email of like every single thing. So shout out to her. That was great.
Come on, no cheat
for that.
codes.
But she lived in Reno for several years. Like she had her dog Bailey and stuff out there, and she worked for the Boys and Girls Club. She's in Chicago now. But
so when you're out there, so you're watching the matches, you're writing about it.
Yeah, so it's kind of like, in a way, it's kind of live happening. So like, for instance, like a 300 is a perfect game. That's where you get all strikes in bowling. So you do 10 frames, and then you get 3 extra frames if you keep getting strike, whatever, etc. So it's 12 total. So to be honest, I don't want to say that, but I pretty much like knew about the same for golf. I kind of knew jack shit about bowling. I maybe knew about like 10 to 20%, but they knew at least from like Josh and I. We
Have
talked
you
about
bowled your whole life? Like
no, so I bowl as in like you get drunk and you have a good time with friends type of thing.
You're
And
not like serious.
but I don't really get drunk. Yeah, no, like between the legs, like my mom's embarrassed of me bowling. I don't put my hand in the fingers and stuff like that's how bad it is.
You're
So-
bad.
He's
Oh,
trash.
dog shit. Yeah, no, I'll say dog shit. Really bad, really bad.
Okay,
But like bowling's fun for
you
the whole
enjoy-
family type of.
okay.
Yeah, it's like a good time. So,
This guy it's like a fan of Disney World who like can't ride any of the rides.
but yeah,
It's
yeah.
like
I love Disney
it's like
World.
mini golf.
Yeah, kind
For
of. Yeah,
Mahlon.
yeah, for me, because like I literally quit mini golf. Speaking that, because my younger cousins,
Oh,
girl cousins,
there's
they all
deeper
beat
story
me.
to mini
They all
golf,
beat me in mini
apparently,
golf
actually.
and golf. I'm my dad's side of the
You
family.
rage
Everyone,
quit?
top to bottom, all great at golf. But I'm
Rage
awful.
quit.
And not rage quit. I'm so bad at it because. My dad didn't really get into it because he's a lefty, so he slices. So it's just not a thing. Like my uncle has won
Rage
father
quit.
sons like tournaments and shit.
so confused.
When I golf, speaking of Ichiro, when I golf, I kind of do that where I step into it. I do the slap shot, like Happy Gilmore thing,
yeah.
but obviously that's not going to get you anywhere. So Top Golf, love it, great time. But not, if we
Fair
played
enough.
if we
Top
played
golf.
18 holes, all of us, shit, it'd probably take like 10 to 12 hours. Like for me at
Have
least.
you play disc golf at all? Either of you?
I've done it a couple of times, but not like to get like it does look really fun. I did cross country, so throwing the frisbee, that's a fun time. It's a little bit different, obviously, with disc golf, but kind of want to get into that. But
I mean, if you like holding a beer in your hand while you're doing a thing,
Oh,
it
hell
seems
yeah,
like
yeah.
fun for you.
Hey,
for
yeah.
sure. But I heard it's a good time,
it's
like
a good
fully,
time.
like I've done
In
it once
Iowa,
or twice, but
they've got a big. Seems like people. Are
yeah, a lot of
doing it out
people are
there.
big fans of it and stuff. Kind of just going out,
It's
having
pretty
like a
big
30,
in
30 pack.
Flagstaff.
Yeah.
Arizona
Flagstaff as well,
too,
yeah.
There's some cool courses out there.
My dad actually is moving down to I think Scottsdale.
Oh
Yeah. Beautiful down there. Yeah, my dad lived in Mesa for 9 years, loved it. That was another thing. Kind of talked about Josh was kind of just.
So now I'm going to
loving-
become like part Arizonan, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
I got to start
Yeah.
embracing that.
Well, you got the
style.
four corners, right? So
Oh, dude, don't. I don't want to tell. I'll tell you my four corners story. My sister, when we were younger, bitched and moaned. My dad was a regional pilot, so we could fly anywhere, right?
Oh,
If
yeah,
there's
you
an
get
open
free.
seat-
You get free. Yeah, you
there's
get
an
free.
open seat, we can take that open seat. I mean, big wink on that one because there's really not an open seat. So my sister really wanted to go to the Four Corners, and I had looked it up and knew it was like, first of all, not where the Four Corners were, and two, just like a thing, you know. So even as a kid, I was like, this is dumb. Long story short, we wait at like 3 different airports, 36 long ass time. We get there, all the way there, driven 8 hours extra. Whole rigmarole type thing. I'm pissed. We get there, it's closed for renovations.
Holy fuck!
So we didn't even get to go to the
That's
Four
awful.
Corners. We went
That
all
sucks.
the way there.
Damn.
Yeah. So I don't like
that.
the
Sounds like
so I
another famous
hate
movie.
The Four Corners. There's very few things that I really, really actually have like a hate for. The Four Corners Monument, I hate.
You know what that sounds like? That literally sounds like classic movie Chevy Chase, National Lampoon's Vacation, where they go to
Yes.
Wally
It was
World
just
and
like
he gets
that.
fucking. You just didn't bring a gun, which is a good thing. You would have gotten arrested, but
No.
Yeah,
so
overall,
Four Corners and me don't get along, but I gotta come around to Arizona.
Eventually, yeah.
I gotta come around because
For
my
sure.
dad's moving down there. But
Nice.
yeah.
they got a good comedy scene too. The ever growing comedy
For
scene in
sure,
Arizona. So
But yeah, just quickly back to what I was doing. So pretty much, just out in Reno, Donnie was like, you pretty much get money per week for your food, housing, and then you also get obviously a paycheck and stuff. So I'm like, fuck it, might as well go out or whatever. Lived with my buddy Sam, who it was pretty much like a college roommate type of situation where
Okay.
he was friends with Donnie in high school, good friends and stuff. I was friends with Donnie in college. So we
Gotcha.
didn't know each other, but we were working the same job doing that. So we roomed for about 2.5 months. Wasn't too bad. Reno wasn't that bad of a city. It was kind of like they say the little biggest city in the world. Like it's about probably the same as like Des Moines, about the same percentage of like people and stuff. But it
You
was
can
just
get,
That's crazy,
You can do bad
actually.
stuff there, right? Like they've got like legalized like bad stuff.
I don't know. Supposedly what people had. I mean, obviously
That's
weed's
all
legal
of-
in Nevada,
yeah.
but that's literally anything in Nevada. It's
Oh,
like
it's just
wild
Nevada,
shit.
okay.
Yeah.
But like for me, it was just kind of just going to work. But the good part was like Jacob was only 3 hours away in Manteca in California. So I went to California a lot. Went to Donner Pass, which was really beautiful on the way back. That was fucking cool.
So how
I
many hours
kinda
a
just
week were
used
you
it.
working then?
So the
Was it
tough
like a
part about
regular
that,
schedule
so like,
or?
yeah, so it was sometimes usually like I would pull up around like 9 to 5, like 9 to 4, but it was kind of like different situations and stuff. On my off days were Wednesday and Thursday. Sam's were Friday and Saturday. He's a 7 day Adventist, so they have to have like Saturday off. That's kind of like their religion thing. So I was totally fine with that because yeah, I know. But
I've never heard of that.
Cards.
I don't know.
Well, have you guys seen,
I'm a X. I need all the days off.
have you guys seen
Yeah.
well,
Part of my faith.
so have you guys seen
Can't work. Yeah.
have you guys seen it's actually a really good movie. Have you seen it's with Andrew Garfield, Hacksaw Ridge?
I don't think I
It's
saw
a war movie.
I've
Have you
never
seen it?
seen that,
Okay.
but I heard it's good.
But yeah, really good movie. But he's a 7-day Adventist, and he goes into the war. It's a true story, and he saves a shit ton of people. But he can't fight with a gun. That's against their religion. So pretty much, it's like a spin-off of Christianity. It's the same thing. It's just a little bit different laws. Like they believe in Jesus and stuff like that. But it's just a little bit different. Kind of I would compare it to a little bit different. But
it's like Christianity with a splash of cult.
No, I wouldn't say cult because that'd be more like Mormonism or
That's like a heavy splash of cult.
but I would say that Mormonism and Scientology, those are kind of wild part. But no, 7-day Adventist is it's a little bit different. I wouldn't say cult, obviously, but it'd be kind of like Lutheranism or like Christianity or stuff like that.
Right.
It's just
a different denomination. I understand.
Yeah, but
I understand.
it's not.
I'm just making fun.
But they just kind of believe in that.
There it is.
But
have you? Did you eat any wings out there in Reno?
not
Chicken
as
wings?
much. I mean,
did you have any chicken wings while you're out there?
I think I had strips. I didn't have wings. I mean,
Well,
I
you're
don't know.
about to have some wings. And if you want to hear it, come over to patreon.com/intolerable and support us. We'll be right back. You give us a radio identification. Nope, it's gone. No, it's back. Oh, it's back? All right, give us a radio identification.
We're doing the same.
Do whatever you want. Make it up.
Station identification. Oh, I'm still going.
This is TTYL. Talk to you later at Top Shelf Studios with the motherfucking squad.
We're back. We're well fed. And we're live.
And welcome to Does Mahlon Really Nerd Out Over Movies Like He Says He Does?
We are going to play a game where we come up with a movie title, and Mahlon tells us what year that movie came out. Got some clouds in Top Shelf Studios here. Because it's the after hours show. Just put the kids away. Put them to bed. Head over to Patreon. Hey,
No.
I was gonna snatch it.
No, so I've said a lot of shout outs. I was just gonna say my friend Adam Haggerty, who lives in Colorado in Littleton, who went to the game with Colorado Rockies game with us. Yes, that was a good time. But he shout out to him because he is proposing right now this weekend to his girlfriend on Mosquito Pass in Leadville, Colorado.
I've heard that's a great spot.
So
Leadville is a beautiful part of this country.
Praying she says yes. I'm guessing she will.
Come
but
on, she's not gonna say no.
Yeah, but he's a great fucking guy.
Great guy.
Been friends with him since high school.
He better
Lives out in
subscribe
Colorado.
to the YouTube. Is all I had.
Oh yeah, I'll tell him.
We're
too
now
and
on
stuff.
YouTube.
But,
if you don't know, check
might
us
have
out.
to come out to Colorado for 2 weddings next year. So congrats to everyone. And
This has already happened. You could also do the other half if she says no, like your condolences.
yeah,
definitely.
But I think
I love you, buddy. You're gonna get through this.
I think he'll
Just
be
be
good.
okay. I promise. Don't kill yourself.
No, they've been
good
dating for
content to
about 2
have.
years or so, and really great girl. I'd love to meet her sometime. So happy for him. So
Is that the Hawk 12 girl or?
no. But congratulations to him. He ran a half marathon in the fucking mountains. They do that here. Yeah, him and his dad.
That's fun.
Yeah, did like a father-son thing over
That's
the weekend.
hard as shit that I don't need to be a part of. All right,
movie.
Let's get into this movie.
Yeah,
Got one.
I got one. Rocket Man.
Rocket Man. Is that the newest one?
No, Rocket Man with Harlan Williams.
Oh, I haven't seen that. It's got to be something I know. Just name a movie like big famous movie. No, it's got to be something I know.
Benchwarmers.
Benchwarmers. Fuck. Love that movie. Classic. 06?
Correct.
Okay. And that is with John Hader, who was also in
that's-
Napoleon Dynamite OG movie. My mom
course,
loves that.
of course.
That was the type of movie I watched it. Thought it was the stupidest
No, we're
fucking
moving
movie
on to the
ever.
next movie.
But,
This is not what we.
but no, it's great.
I
now.
don't want
Classic.
your notes on the movies. I want to know
classic.
the years,
Okay.
man.
I got
Another one. Okay.
Semi-pro.
Semi-pro.
So 2 years later, 08, Will Ferrell.
Correct.
Yep. And
Wow.
Andre 3000, Andre Benjamin, though, in the movie.
Okay, there's
how
2
it
for
goes
2.
by.
If anyone else has any.
I want to know 007 Casino Royale.
Haven't seen it, but I know it's 06. It's with,
Correct.
what's his
Wow.
name?
Okay, all right.
Daniel Craig. Yeah,
Yeah.
good. Yeah, the newest James Bond.
Yeah.
They might go black in James Bond,
Do
so we'll see.
Do you have you seen any of the Sean Connery James Bonds? Like if I pulled those,
I was gonna say, do people a lot of confuse you?
So I've got this joke,
fucking times?
all the time.
Yeah.
Whenever I have to show an ID for anything, but like my uncle has the same name, so I actually kind of realized I think my dad just had like a really cruel dad joke sense humor.
Yeah.
Because my uncle has the same name, Sean Connolly, and he had worked in Asia.
Okay.
He'd go to Japan.
And they're like,
And
oh shit.
I guess, Sean Connery, very famous movie star, Sean Connery. Sean Connery, very famous movie star. So I think it's a cruel joke, my existence, really. And, you know, whatever simulation path I'm
Indiana
working
Jones 3, though, he's great in that. I love that. Yeah, that's a classic for sure. Yeah, keep going. Yeah, keep going.
The 40-year-old virgin.
40-year-old virgin.
Fuck, hang on. I think that's with Steve Carell. It was the same year The Office came out, was 05. Am I correct? 2005?
Correct.
Yes, okay.
Oh my God.
Now do a little older, like 80s, 70s, 90s.
Predator.
I was gonna say look that up. It came out the same year. It's my parents' all-time favorite movie. I haven't seen it. I need to watch it. It's
Predator?
about the Confederacy and stuff. It's Gone with the Wind. That came out in 1939. So did Wizard of Oz. Came out same year. That was a good year for movies. Was 1939.
We're doing Predator though.
Predator. Fuck, I just saw that.
You seen it? Word.
Fuck, that might be the one I didn't know. I think it's 88. It's higher 80s? Or 87? 87.
Okay.
87. Okay.
You're in the ballpark.
I knew it was
That's
87,
pretty close,
88.
that's pretty close.
Because that was around when Schwarzenegger was doing Terminator and Total Recall.
What
Yeah,
about Kill Bill 1?
Fuck. They came out back-to-back years. I think Kill
is
Bill
what
1 was...
I'm, man.
Is it 2003? And 04 was Kill Bill 2?
Correct.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, 2004.
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Okay, go on.
I know that one.
gonna go
I
No
love
Country
that
for
one.
Old
That's
Men.
with Jack Nicholson. Danny DeVito makes a small cameo, and so does Christopher Lloyd, who was in the Back to the
Listen,
Future.
Danny DeVito makes a small cameo in every movie.
Yeah,
He's only
classic guy.
5'2".
Always
Anything
Sunny,
good.
Always
Anything
Sunny
good.
in
You can-
Philadelphia.
you
I
can
love
say
that
that.
show.
He did a fucking-
It's the same year that was the bicentennial. It was 1976 with Jack Nicholson. Am I correct?
I'm seeing 1975.
5. Okay. Let me see. Wait, did it come out?
Let me see
Hang
what
on.
I say.
Let me see.
One more
Okay,
miss
hang
and
on.
we take a testicle.
Hang on. Hang on. Let me look.
It's up against the wall.
One man.
We definitely gotta have a consequence for one more miss, though.
75. Okay.
Okay.
Fuck me do.
I was
Log
close.
in here because one more miss. There's gonna be. You're
My
off.
bad. Okay.
Yeah.
Christian Seeds. He's taking mic too.
Yep.
Keep going though. It
One
was
Flew Over the
75.
Cuckoo's Nest.
Okay, hey, I was close. It was November 19th, 1975. So
Okay.
pretty close to 76.
Close to 76, I guess, but
This guy, he's like, I'm a Capricorn, so.
Star Wars Episode 3: Revenge of the Sith.
That's 07.
Wow.
I know that.
oh,
Is that an 80s one?
No.
No, this is the 90s. Fuck.
This is like the
I haven't seen
last-
them.
No, this is like, it's like 03.
Yeah, it's like 03 or 02 because it came out in 99.
No,
was the
that's
first one.
episode 1. Episode 1 came out in 99, right?
You just want the answer?
Hang on, no, it's 2000. Hang on.
It's
There's one that came out in 99, and I think there was one in like either 2000, 2001. Is it 03
no,
or 04?
no.
05.
05. It was 05 was Floyd. Okay.
Because I
haven't seen
the
that in a
reason
bit.
I love that movie so much, and if you revisit it, you realize it's an actual masterpiece. It's gotten hate over the years, but
Yeah.
it's a really great movie. And I don't like, talking about movies on this pod really truly, but that movie I saw when I was 8, 9. That's
Yeah,
like
you were
the
mine.
prime pocket to see a movie like
Yeah.
that.
Definitely.
We should probably waited a few more years because
That's
I
why I
think it was
loved,
PG-13.
like, I was crying. My parents took me out of school because I had a dentist that day, but I was like,
You're
I know-
crying because you're a dentist?
No, I did not want to go see Polar Express or Incredibles, and great fucking fantastic overall movies. So
The
thank my parents.
Incredibles.
Yeah, Incredibles classic.
Like,
That came out in
what
04. That came out in 04 if you want to look that up. That's a fact. 04.
Yeah, it makes sense with the... Is that right?
04.
Polar
Gotcha.
Express, I fucking cried like a baby in.
Mhm.
I don't like that movie.
I watched it in
fuck,
the
you don't
There's
IMAX.
like
something weird about the animation, and I've
Me,
brought this
bro.
up with other people
And we
before.
were young when it was like, well, not young, but like we were
Yeah.
younger when
Like
it first
7 or
came
8,
out.
yeah.
Yeah, so like when I was
That
there
came out in
and I
05,
watched it in
yeah.
the IMAX, my first time in IMAX theater, bro, I was like, I freaked the fuck out at one point. I remember straight up, I was like, this shit's crazy.
I love this kid because he does clown me a lot, but at least he tells me in person. He did look him up, but it's the blonde kid from Polar Express, little annoying kid. I look like him. That's what he said. Fucking animation with the glasses and shit. So
Search annoying kid Polar Express.
yeah, that's literally it. Yeah,
It'll come right up.
but
Talk like him,
yeah,
too.
but Tom Hanks is he voices. Yeah, I do. But Tom Hanks is in that.
Did you voice that kid in the movie?
Oh, I wish. I forgot.
Hey, what are you doing?
Name another one though. It's like 3 or 4 more, and we'll be done.
Marley and Me.
Fuck!
you.
I almost cried.
Hang on. Fuck you.
That was the one. That was
Not
the one
today,
movie I
Sam.
almost
That's not
cried.
the day. Today's not the day for this.
Oh wait,
Don't
it's
bring
got to be 08.
Correct.
Yes, another one.
Oh wait, it's also the year my parents got divorced. Thanks, Sam.
Great year.
A few years later, they got my
Fucking
parents.
love
got
the
divorced.
production. Marley and Me is like one of the saddest movies ever. Bridge to Terabithia.
Oh fuck! 07. It's got to be 07. That's with Josh
Correct.
Hutchinson. Breakfast Club is 85. That's a big one. Ghostbusters was a
Okay,
year
we're
before.
still not
that.
letting you just
I know.
tell us movies.
I know. I'm just trying to think.
Kung Fu Hustle.
I haven't seen that.
You don't even know that shit, dog.
Half baked. What year did
Okay.
Half Baked come out?
I haven't seen that fucking years. You know what I'm gonna go with because it's Chappelle and it's early Chappelle.
It
It might
is.
have been the year I fucking was born. Was it 98 or not?
Correct.
Yeah, it was. Okay.
all right.
We try to.
All right.
You can try to autism
And I haven't
the
seen that in
autist,
years.
but
No.
you can't do it. That's a special type of
Cheech
skill.
and Chong's Up in Smoke. Oh yeah, you're white. I
That-
forgot.
No, I've seen it, but it's been a while.
But you've seen it with your college
That was
friends.
my dad's classic movie. I think it came out the year I graduated high school, 79. Is that correct? The first one, right? The original? 79?
Is 78.
78, okay.
Was it
Okay.
November of 78?
Yeah, definitely was. Came
I
out
think-
December 25th.
Animal House came out that year too. That's a fact. Yeah, Animal House came out. I knew it was 78 or 79. Yeah.
All right, this is the after hours portion of the show. This is where we get a little raunchier, a little wilder. I want to know what's the craziest thing that's ever happened to you? Like an experience. I know you have been mostly sheltered in Iowa for most of your life, but were you there for the killer clowns? You were there. Did you
No,
ever run into a killer clown?
You know what? I'll be honest. So, it was.
Get honest now.
Let's see. It was. I don't give a shit. Whatever. It was freshman year of college. I went to a party. It was my buddies in downtown Iowa City. We went on a party bus and stuff, and then I came back and I drank just a little bit, but I waited like 4 or 5 hours. And I knew in Iowa City there was a Papa John's Pizza on like Gilbert, so like kind of downtown Iowa City, literally across from the Cactus. Remember that? Yeah. So I was like, "Fuck."
I wasn't an Iowa City kid, but
I was with my friends before that and smoked a little bit at the party, whatever. But I waited 3 or 4 hours to like drive. So I literally like stopped by midnight. Like at least I had been done drinking hours before that, but I had stopped by midnight for and for me with that it kind of takes an effect after a few hours. So go down, get the pizza, drive back. And I kid you not, I'm at my cousin's literally like, because they live down in Iowa City, she and her husband now. They lived on Kirkwood Court. I was a fucking block away. I was literally stop sign away from my cousins, get pulled over. Now my car, my parents obviously worked their ass off their entire life, very hard workers, but they just gave me, Josh has been in it before. Rest in peace to that, the Chrysler 94.
Nice.
But my friend Syed,
great
he drove
first
it.
car.
He drove it. Yeah, great first car.
car.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to get a fucking Land Rover for your first car.
Yeah, I went to Xavier. I went to Catholic school.
Got...
I went to Catholic school, and yeah, there was like their parents like picked them up in a fucking Lambo. or a
Well,
fucking
no, we would
Ferrari,
have like you give a young girl the keys to
some
like
of
an
the-
$80,000 vehicle. It's like,
Yeah,
what are we doing?
there's some
here?
people,
What
like,
are we doing?
2020
yeah. Like they had some better cars than their parents. Yeah, fucking wild. So
But, that's just silly. In my
yeah.
opinion.
So but the great part about that, Josh, has been it fucking tons of room. Like literally like space. Like for
tons
you,
of room to fuck.
That's what everyone said. No, but like for you specifically, like if you're in the back seat, no, I'm saying you in the back seat, you'd fucking have, you're 6'4", like Yao Ming could fit that car and he'd be fine. Like
Yeah, then I'm 6'4" now. I can fit through doorways.
Or 6'6". I don't know. You're fucking 6'3".
Too tall to live, man. Too tall to live. That's all I know.
But so yeah, I get pulled over by the cop. And usually at my that time, your eyes become red, but I had the red eye effect anyways, and I was kind of like nervous, so I was slurring a little bit.
Dude, I can't even imagine.
So he
like, are you okay?
and I don't want to, because some people get offended by white privilege, but like for me, when I say white privilege, it's more of like I have a backpack on, like I'm fucking blessed that I'm white. Like in certain situations, I'm pull over because I've had like. Black friends or minority friends that have gotten pulled over, they've had the whole search and seizure, which is bullshit on certain categories and stuff. So, like, I totally agree with that. Where, like, for me, like, with cops, I kind of have the thing of, like...
you're coming in with some rapport.
Like, some rapport, but it's also, like, for me, it's, like, yes, there's at least one. Imagine if there's one bad apple in every fucking cop department, then that's a fucking issue because there's millions of bad apples. But that doesn't mean one of my favorite movies is Training Day, where it sees both sides. That doesn't mean every cop is fucking bad. Right. So when it comes to defunding the police or defunding the military, in my opinion, they need to say it better. Where it's is there fucking that's with America in general? Is there shit that they're spending money on that's bullshit and they're having their thumb up their ass? They don't need to be spending on that. So that's where I kind of come from. Instead of saying defund the police, are there some parts in the police department that they spend loads of money on that they shouldn't? That's obvious. But back to this. So I get pulled over. I had in that car, don't want to say it like that, but it looked like a drug dealer car. Josh knows, gray, old or whatever. I got it for free from my aunt my aunt Sharon. So rest in peace to her. My aunt Sharon. Yeah, my aunt Sharon.
Cheryl,
rest in peace to her. No, yeah, love it, love it. Got it for free. It was great. Okay, great first car, whatever. So I get pulled over. He tells me to come out of the car. And
so
I go back.
You don't know your rights?
No, I go back. Whatever. Something happens. No.
Well, that's
so it happens. So I'm in the
I
back,
wouldn't
right?
advise you of that
and
if I'm your attorney.
He's doing the fucking eye test with me, right? And my legs at the bottom, if you're video recording, it'd be like an episode of Cops. I'm fucking shaking really bad or whatever. And he tries to tell me to do the eye test. And I feel miserably where I'm you're not supposed to obviously move your head or whatever. I'm moving my head the whole fucking time. It's bad. And on the final one, I do it perfect where I'm following his finger, not moving my head or whatever. And I think he was just kind of pissed off, bullshit of the night. He's get the fuck out of here or whatever kind of type of situation.
Damn.
So I drive
Did you
home.
Get a card? Did he give you a card with his name?
No, nothing. So literally he just said
sometimes cops do that. They'll be give you the white privilege card, but they give you their card with their name on it. And
no,
they say,
never had
have
that.
a good night, get home safe.
But it was kind of like that where it was
the card is just a reminder that you got lucky from this guy with his name.
But
fuck that card. I'm using it to roll up. It's a filter. but
yeah, so
that's gonna be a filter for the next week.
That happened to me for several times in Iowa. And obviously they're super anti a lot there of different things or whatever, but I got very blessed on that night. Thank you to that cop, whoever that was. But
shouts out.
Yeah,
so that was pretty crazy.
So
talk about it. Shout
crazy. Maybe dodged a DUI.
Yeah, so I dodged I probably dodged at least I wasn't drunk, DWI, but I was 20. Yeah, I was 20 at the time, so might have still maybe had it would have been under 0.8, but might have had a little bit of alcohol in the system.
Plus, if you're a minor, you would have probably got DUI because of that.
Yeah, because of that. Yeah. So I'm blessed, like I said, very blessed, didn't go to jail and stuff like that. But the stories my dad has told me about his friends or other stuff in Iowa.
Felon.
No, it's crazy. So back then they would get pissed off because I've heard it from a lot of my dad's friends, stuff like that, growing up in the 70s. My dad said him and his friends or other people, they were pissed off because when you got pulled over, the cop would pull you over and you could have a red Solo cup in the container, right? And they literally were get out of the car. They were more pissed off because the cop would have the beer, he'd pour it out in front of you your beer. They're just get on your way, get the fuck home. That was literally the type of case. My dad's friend, I think it was literally 1980. They had I thought he was bullshitting, but
what
he backed
movies
it
came
up.
out in 1980? Name 3 movies that came out in 1980.
Literally that year?
Yeah, that year.
Fuck. Hang on.
Literally 1980.
Movies that came out in 1980 to cross references.
Shit. Fuck.
You can't do it in
any of your
reverse. You can't do it in
No,
reverse.
I don't know. I'm trying to think.
The autism's only a one-way street.
No, there's no fucking.
It goes one direction, the autism here.
Hang on. 19 fucking 80. I know a lot of movies that came out in 79. 1980. Oh,
Sit back.
fuck! Classic. It's got to be. It's Caddyshack. That's number 1. Caddyshack had to come out literally 1980.
We're about to check.
Rodney Dangerfield.
The best, he said.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay,
Okay, Caddyshack. That's a big one. That's one of my dad's all-time favorites.
So then you definitely have 2 more.
For sure.
Fuck.
You gotta wait for that.
I'm trying to think. Was it one of the Star Wars? Can you look one of those up? It was either 80 or 81. No, it wasn't.
That's way too broad.
The second Star Wars ever. I think they waited 3 years because it was 77 and then it came out in 1980 and 82. I don't know what that was called, but it was the second Star Wars ever.
Episode 5.
It would have been episode 5, yeah. Episode
That one
5.
with Hoth.
Yeah.
When did the Hoth Star Wars come out? There's your Google search.
1980?
Learn how to use Google, folks. Thank you, Mr. Gantz, 7th grade science teacher. Taught us how to use Google. I was why the fuck are we wasting time learning how to properly Google? Very valuable.
Yeah.
Super valuable.
Was that right, Sam?
Empire Strikes Back, 1980.
Yep. Okay. There's number 2. Haven't seen that in years, but that's a good one. And then, fuck.
Have you guys seen the new Disney, like the Acolyte thing?
I haven't. I heard it's good, but
You heard it's good. Who'd you talk to? A blind retard?
AI.
Jesus Christ.
Ask AI if it was good.
Would you ask Helen Keller
It might
back to life?
have been. It was my bad. I got confused. It was The Mandalorian was good though, right?
Oh,
That
so
was
good.
Mandalorian.
Yeah, my bad. It was The Mandalorian. I haven't seen this.
You cannot put that in that category.
Okay,
Like that
yeah,
is
my
crazy
bad,
to
my
mix
bad.
those ones up.
Sorry,
My bad,
just
okay.
kidding.
I don't
Kidding.
fuck.
Absolutely kidding.
I haven't seen really the new. I
But,
need to
you know,
finish Star Wars.
don't destroy a brand.
Another 1980 fucking movie.
And I won't make fun of it.
What are you gonna say? Cannibal Holocaust?
He can't even come up with an idea.
No, I can think of Meatballs, but that's 79. I can't think of
a name. He can't go you to name.
Fake information.
fuck. I can't think of a third one.
Slow mailing.
What was Stripes? Look up Stripes. I think that was 81 though. I don't think it was 80.
Shooting from the hip.
Thinking of Bill
That
Murray.
was 81.
81.
miss.
I was right. No, I was right. I said 81.
That's a miss.
I can't think. I can't think.
Let me remind you. 1980, okay?
Can't think.
You know. He knows, okay?
I know 2 out of 3. I can't think of. I think. Yeah.
Cool, you just won't go home with a prize. That's fine.
Oh my god. I need to look it up though. I'll look it up.
We got Trump and
Go ahead.
somebody that can't think. I
We-
feel like I'm watching live
is
the
the
debate. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is what.
Better golf game.
handicap is not 6, folks. That's a lie. Can't hit the ball 50 yards. I asked him to golf. He said I won't. I said you're a pussy, man.
It's all right.
He's looking at movies now on his phone.
Cannibal Holocaust. Oh, Cheech and Chong's next
Rambling
movie
just
was-
like Sleepy Joe, let me tell you.
Fuck! That was the one I saw in 6th grade. That was my first horror movie. That's what I looked up. I forgot about that. The Shining came out in 1980. That was.
Dude,
that's a
I put
classic.
the lotion, let me tell you.
Yeah, that's a good one.
You put the lotion?
No, the fucking Shining. That's a good one.
Oh, you don't put the lotion?
Maybe.
Yeah. What about you, Josh? What's the craziest thing that you've had happen in your life?
There's been some crazy
It's
stuff.
got to be better than a fucking almost DUI. you got like
Probably.
more melanin than this guy. You got to have at least something better than.
I was kind of
Man.
plain and simple. For sure. I'll be back.
Are you leaving?
I gotta go piss. Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh, he's walking out.
Wow.
He went through me.
That's impressive. Just walks out on the pod. First guest to just like blatantly leave a live pod. That's crazy, dude.
You know, when you gotta go, you gotta go. I mean,
Jeez.
yeah, craziest thing. I was more thinking of like I actually have a crazier story for Mahlon that I can tell than,
like,
than
that's
that
not
bullshit
it.
story.
Yeah, yeah,
So I don't know what that came. I don't know.
Yeah, here, you hop. Why don't you close the door and you hop on the mic?
Yeah,
just to have some fun here. There's some really like fuck around and have some fun because that's what Top Shelf Studios is about. Universidad.
Yeah.
We're learning.
Lock the door.
Yeah.
So, oh yeah, what up, Mahlon? Yeah, nice outfit change, dog.
Filling in for
Yeah.
a
You're
second
looking
here.
thin,
Yeah,
Hey, thank you, dude.
yeah, no,
but also
good.
big. It's
Working out, dude.
But one time, me and a little bit taller Mahlon here were in Chicago, and it's your typical, you know, like I don't know, my mind goes when crazy. It's like it's hard to, you know, like I said, like yes, okay, equally the DUI story is probably crazy, like internally for him, and you know, like stuff like that. But like just to see something like that you probably wouldn't see normally,
Yes.
crazy, right? Like
That's a better way to put the question.
I can think of one time me and Mahlon were in Chicago, Chinatown.
Ooh, okay. Where's that? That's on the south side, right? Kind of.
It is more closer to the.
What a great appearance from Sam. We'll give him a round of applause. Filling in where needed.
Oh shit!
As the old timers would say, I had to piss like a racehorse. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Let's see that racehorse cock of yours. All right, continue. So we're in Chicago.
So
Please tell the
Mahlon,
story.
do you remember when we were in Chicago for Summer Smash?
Yeah.
And
Chinatown?
Chinatown, yeah.
Yeah.
It's more south side Chicago, isn't? Or not? I don't know. I guess
It's not all the way to south. It's in between, I think, right?
I think it's in between. I mean, but like
That
we
was
were
my
in-
first time in Chinatown too.
Yeah,
that
but we were
time.
in Chinatown, Chicago. That was my first time too. But like, it wasn't that bad of an area, to be honest. Like, it was.
I was just looking to put my mind in a place.
was like- yeah, it wasn't
Continue.
too
Sorry
bad,
to derail you.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
it was a little bit so like the
Lot of
festival at
culture,
that
lot of
time was
culture.
in was it Grant Park?
Yeah, no. Grant Park
Was
is where
Lala.
Lala is.
What's
I think it was
the-
Williams Park or something. But my cousin said that was
Grant
kind
in something. So whatever park it was in.
of the park we were at was a sketchy time.
Just don't touch this.
Oh, a sketchy thing in town. Sketchy place in town, kind of. I think it was Williams Park or something.
You're a little scared there when you were
The
with
knees,
Ah, it
the
was
knees
all right.
started quivering.
No, it's fine.
Mahlon was definitely had his head on a swivel when I took him on our little stroll through Chinatown even. And during that stroll, no, I mean, just like your typical fucking Capitol Hill, downtown Denver experience. But, you know, you kind of sit down to, you know, spark the joint, spark a stogie or whatever, and fucking take in the essence of Chinatown, Chicago. Oh, man, you know, we got dragon emblems on, you know, different decor, and right behind the fucking hot pot shop is some bald Asian dude just whacking his fucking meat right in front of everybody, and fucking me and Mahlon fucking.
Oh, I don't remember this.
Yeah, I'm sure you know. You probably blocked it away from your fucking mind.
Probably, yeah.
Because I did too.
It was Douglas Park. Douglas, Anna, and Frederick Park was where we were at. But this is Chinatown.
Thank God, dude.
Yeah.
The CNN fact checkers would have been all over us.
Yeah, they would have hated not hearing Douglas
I don't know if you
Shout
know
out
this,
Douglas
but
Park.
who's
Shout out
that
Douglas
big
Park.
fact checking company? They're one of our leading sponsors, right? Whoever fact, PolitiFact.
But yeah, back to this. Scarred for life. I don't remember this at all.
So there's an Asian. Is he like squatting down? What's the position?
He's
like?
standing. He's
just standing on the corner,
standing
whacking?
like
Completely nude.
no. He had like. I don't even really know. I wasn't fucking taking in a whole.
Fair enough.
I definitely turned and was like, "Oh man,
Yeah,
like,
that's something I'm gonna
that's
look at
something-
and be like,
right? Like I'm not gonna like, oh, that form is pretty superb. Like he probably.
I should try it like
jacking
that.
off story. Jacking off story fucked up, but going to that, we're taking fly fucking balls. No, I kid you not. This is freshman year of baseball. Probably another reason why I quit. Take fly ball. I catch it, whatever, throw it into the coach. My supposed buddy or like a kid I went to school with, whatever, kid you fucking not. He's on the warning track, like 400 feet out. He's like, hey, Mahlon. I turn around. The fucker, I kid you not, is jacking off in the fucking outfield. Yeah, the coaches didn't see or anything like that. Swear to God, yeah. Literally just like
that's
whacking
just
it or
fun
whatever.
guy stuff, man.
Just freshman year shit, I guess. I
That's
don't
just
fucking know,
boys
but it
being
was
boys.
like, so yeah, second time, I guess. Yeah, second time.
Kids can't
Yeah,
hit it that far.
crazy
Well
shit in
said.
Chicago. But no, we had a good time when we went to Summer Smash. That was fun.
So did you? So what happened with this? Just seeing this guy? That's the. Weird,
I mean, there was
that's a weird thing.
Pretty
kinda that,
crazy.
yeah,
Like
that's
just
fucking
seeing
crazy,
some
yeah.
like random like. Literally, like yeah, like
On the
fucking-
streets in public, just whacking.
yeah, just whacking
yeah.
it.
Just
That
whacking.
was pretty fucking crazy.
Did we lose something just now? I heard a sound. No. Okay, I heard a sound. So you playing Candy Crush over there?
But yeah, we went.
Did you just level up in Candy Crush? Temple Run.
That was
Flappy Bird. You got the old Flappy Bird level?
You still got a VPN downloaded on your fucking iPhone 8, dog, with Flappy Bird?
That's crazy.
But that was a good time. That was another reason we kind of. I mean, we were close already, but like that was probably a big thing we became close at was like Summer Smash and shit. We had
That
a
was a
good
good
ass
time,
time,
yeah.
and like that was cool. One of his favorite rappers, Tizo Touchdown. He got like flowers from him, and then he got a nail and shit. That was wild, like coming out, and it was he in a bear costume, like a Bears type of.
It was
costume?
an actual like
Hot as
Chicago
fuck, though.
Bears.
It's like Chicago like the bear
costume,
mascot.
and he
But it
ripped
was
off
like
the
100
head.
fucking degrees
It
out.
was
This
sick.
guy's fucking wild. I'm like, damn, crazy shit.
And even then, another crazy thing I was gonna say was that like potentially just seeing whatever
yeah.
during that festival. It started raining and lightning, so it got
Yes.
shut down for a little bit.
Yeah,
and they moved everybody just to some random parking garage.
Yeah, and then
They're just like, or I mean, I don't know if they actually moved us all, but,
Yeah, but they just
for
made
some
us get
reason
out,
we
yeah.
all flocked to a parking garage.
But this is the craziest part. So that happens. It stops raining. We go back, but the lightning stops. So they let us come and come.
They let you guys come?
No, let us like come back or whatever. And
You were edging up until that point. And
the
like,
cool,
the Asian guy in Chinatown finally was able to
he was
bust.
there,
Yeah.
But no. So the cool part about that was
he had the license to bust.
the headliner on that Friday night was fucking ASAP Rocky, and he was playing When It Rains It Pours when it was fucking raining a little bit.
that's fun.
So that was fucking like legit. They didn't go because it was too fucking wild, which I got because we went with Veronica and his
for
girl
you?
Jeanette. No, I crowd surfed.
Too wild for me.
No, not for him because you were in the, no. Josh went wild during Ken Carson. That was when
Is
they
this
were
like
getting.
that's a weird
but-
spectrum of too wild
but no,
for
I
Josh,
crowd
not
surfed at
Too
wild,
wild
not
for
wild, not
No,
too
no,
wild.
no, no.
Where is this?
No, I
Yeah,
crowd surfed at Little Uzi Sunday night. Yeah. So the wild part was because everyone
You got Vert.
everyone was pissed off because they want to go to Don Tolliver, but everyone stayed for Kid Leroy. But he got fucking jumped. That was before he became famous. But he got jumped.
Apparently, yeah.
Yeah, apparently got jumped behind stage.
Backstage,
so then everyone outside was like, "Fuck Kid Leroy," and I felt bad because like he never showed up. Yeah. So people waited 2.5 hours for Uzi. He comes out with like a fucking bulletproof vest type of thing, and then there was a girl that like literally tore off her fucking bra and like was sewing at him. But I think he was dating a city girl at the time, and some girls were showing like boobs to him and shit. And he's like, no, like I'm dating a city girl, like let's not do that. But there was one time though, stand up guy though, like, but literally like that was at the time too where he had the fucking people were trying to rob him because he had the diamond shit. Yeah, face. But like people were fucking. I knew at concerts people were crazy because there was one time where he just took someone's phone. Well,
was this one of your
I
first,
think it was Uzi's.
Like bigger concerts too?
By time, yeah. Like
so that's kind of equally crazy.
So yeah,
just
crazy too. Yeah, like I just knew like from a perspective of not getting stolen and shit. I had my buddy got crowd surfed and he got his shoes stolen and taken like everything from him. So like I tied my But I tied anything left. Yeah. So I tied my shit. I tied my shit tight and I literally like put it all in my backpack. And then the problem was the first time I crowd surfed, I got like falling down. Like they literally got me up and then I got dropped. Then the second time I was good. But
we got to pause. We got to flip it over because the European Union doesn't believe in taxation laws and long form video. So fuck the EU. We'll be right back. All right, we're back. We've reached the epicenter of the episode, gentlemen. Yeah. This is the point. You haven't been on the show before, and I don't know if this was a thing back in episode 27. So you let me know. You remind me.
Okay.
Have you heard of a country called England?
Obviously, yeah.
Obviously. I mean, geez.
Yeah.
We celebrated that lameness yesterday.
Yeah.
Damn right.
Yeah.
Celebrated yesterday. You're damn right. What year did 76 come out?
Yeah.
What year? Is that a movie? That's maybe 7. Oh.
No. Independence Day came out, though. 96. Will Smith. I haven't seen it, but
Independence Day.
1996.
One last one for the road.
There we go.
Come on.
Take it home with you, folks.
I'll walk out here right now if that's not correct.
Yeah, no, he's right.
Okay. It's like, please don't walk out again. Well, England, they do this.
Sorry, Sam, I had to piss back.
They do this silly little thing over there called knighting. Have you heard of this knighting?
Okay. Oh yeah, like Lord, Lord, knighting. I think Elton John is.
Yes, Elton John is knighting. Here at Top Shelf Studios, after a long form conversation with my guests, I'm doing a thing called hiding. Because people all my life have been like, hey, big guy, can I get a couple inches? You know?
Yeah.
So now I'm giving away the inches because these meat sacks, these vessels that we drive around every day, these bodies that we think are us, are merely that. They're vessels. They're physical forms. The way we treat other people, our souls, our aura, the way we walk through life, our actions, they're much more important than these vessels that we drive. So, after a long form conversation, I'll be giving each of my guests a heart height. You have not been heighted before, or have you?
I feel like I have, maybe once.
We'll have to go back and review the
I feel like
tape.
I might need to get like the...
Go to the very end of episode 27 really quick.
That's where it's at, yeah.
Quietly, if you can check that.
As a fact, I'm as average as it gets.
How tall are you?
5'9". As average, then that's the average height, but everywhere... Weight,
and that's
height,
average. I don't know if you
above
heard.
average in a few other categories, ladies. But I'm saying besides that, everything else is average.
Especially movie identification. He's above average movie identification.
I'd say about 8 or 9 out of 10 I would get. But no, I mean like that. I was kind of pissed at my doctor because my dad's about like you've seen him like 6'3", hunches over 6'2". So I was supposed to be taller than him, but they fucking got that wrong.
Right.
Like my mom's like 5'1", 5'2". So that kind of hurt. Yeah,
Mama brought you down.
Hurt, yeah, big time. Yeah. So I blame her for that a little bit, but that's about it. But. No, yeah, I mean, overall, that is
Are you ready?
2 psychology things I was going to say.
All right, let's hear it.
Josh, I've known Josh now since 2017. This is a fact. It'll be about 7 years in August. If
Can
you're
we Google
friends
that?
with
Is Maitland's date correct on that?
No, so August
2017.
August 2017.
Yes,
if you're friends with someone for 7 years, you were friends with them for, I know, obviously it depends on the person, but they say if you're friends with someone for 7 years, you're friends with them for a lifetime.
Oh.
So that's kind of on certain psychology, that's what they say. Another psychology thing is, and that's
so you
the tough
have no
part.
door out is what you're saying.
I'm stuck.
You're stuck.
No, you're stuck, Sally. But no, another psychology thing I was going to say I read is a lot of women do prefer men that are 6 foot or taller. That's like just, I don't know about more attractive, but it's just more of like, it's a fact.
Sure.
I don't know why. I think I kind of read women like that are small.
It's like a
they
safety
like to be,
thing.
Yeah, safety, like cuddling, whatever bullshit. So like that's the tough part is I know some of our friends, he knows this, some of our friends are technically 5'11", but they can get fucking away with the whole 6 foot type of thing because it's only an inch.
He's
What?
getting no height. Producer says no height has been given to you.
Wait,
Do you
for
think
what?
a height was given to you? A heart height?
I'm not sure. Maybe let's do it. Let's do it up. Yeah.
Raised around the last few
I
minutes.
think you're
No?
5. You're
Nothing.
taller than me, obviously.
All right.
You're
Well,
5'10",
you're 5'11".
5'11".
Malin,
Way
you're on
taller
first.
than
Malin.
Malin, everybody.
Steepleton.
5'9". Were we measuring? Oh shit.
I heart height
You're
the
hiding.
Okay,
You're
hiding. Hell yeah.
6
Take your hat off. Be
6
respectful.
foot 1.
That'd be a
6 foot
blessing.
1.
That would be a blessing.
1 inch above what a female likes, as you
Yeah,
so
fair
aptly
enough,
put
yeah.
it. Josh, how tall are you physically?
6'1".
6 foot 1.
Yeah. Exactly what a female likes.
Josh Harmon, I heart height thee 6'4".
That's nice.
I mean,
How tall are you? I know I said 6'4", and I'm
I'm
not
too
thinking.
tall
Are
to
you,
live. So I'm like 6'8.5". I go 6'9" because it's funny.
you're 6'8", actually. Holy
and a half.
shit. Okay, fuck.
He's 6'9".
6'9" on. Fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I
it.
mean, I have a double spinal fusion at 25. So.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
You know,
was
they get.
crazy.
I'm collecting the Social Security you're never gonna get
Fair enough.
because that's how old I am.
But is
They give me my health scans in dog years now, Malin.
okay, that's not good. But
That's how
is your, because they usually say family. Was your grandpa tall? Was your mom, dad?
Yeah,
like
grandpa
okay.
was like 6'3", 6'4".
Okay.
Maybe 6'3". My mom's brother's 6'7", 6'7", 6'4", 6'2".
Like is your mom tall
hereditary.
for
My
a
mom's
woman's
like
height?
6.
Oh
6
yeah,
foot.
that's tall
Yeah,
as
she's
shit.
tall.
I think what tall for woman's usually 5'7" or taller.
Yeah,
I'd say.
oh, yeah,
above
absolutely.
average.
That's
Yeah,
super tall, I feel
Yeah.
like. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, not
So-
like in a bad way.
yeah, nothing
Yeah,
bad.
definitely
but yeah,
hereditary.
for sure. Yeah, I was gonna
Cursed
say
by
yeah.
my genes.
Yeah.
Wish there were, if there were countries to conquer and boats to drive, and Nordmen to go, I would
Yeah.
be well fitting. But
I know.
now they make door frames at a standard height, and I don't fit through them. So
Fair enough. I know you guys played
Disadvantage.
basketball like freshman year. Like, did your
Sean's minority.
did your dad ever like not say push, but because of your height, like my cousin was kind of tall, like he kind of not pushed, but they're like, oh shit, you could be good at basketball because
Oh
of your height.
no, I definitely was not athletic enough. I could jump like an inch off of the ground, and I rode the bench the whole time. So,
But
no,
like,
there
do you
was
kind
no
of
reason. If
wish
Joker
going back?
was in the league when I was like 10 or 12,
Might
I
have been
might have
different,
like had
yeah.
a different perspective on
Yeah.
like how I could have approached the
idolize
process of the game.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
like I was just too unathletic
Yeah.
and white.
And like I said, like with him, like I think that's a big reason, like being obviously like a white person in general, like a lot of people don't get, like I know people like obviously historians like Larry Bird's a top 10 all-time like figure. People don't get how fucking great of like a shooter, passer, like dunker it was. And like I get it, like, I love that movie too, White Men Can't Jump, but like it's just that type of thing of like I think that's a lot of reasons why I've talked to people on like, I'm not saying hate, but they don't like a big fan of Joker's game because they
Right.
just like, because
It
he's
is-
overweight, he's kind of just like,
They think
I
he's
mean, he has those
unathletic.
Circus Soleil's fucking shots, unathletic, but the thing is like, you don't
He's
get
very
like,
cerebral,
we know
and
basketball, they play a certain type of game, but everyone plays something different, and it just works to them, you know what I mean? And
Well,
it's
and I
just-
think the thing about like if I was younger and saw him in the league, he is such a cerebral player, and like Sam could speak to this, but like I was always in sports, like I'm very heady. Like I
Yeah.
can't always like completely, my body doesn't match the headiness.
Yeah.
Like so I see the game and I think I would have been like more inspired to maybe play D3 ball or play, ride the bench
for
on a D3 team or whatever.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Be shit there, right, Sam?
like that's why I told him, with him being a Phoenix Suns fan, the big reason, like my dad did live in Phoenix, like he loved watching Barkley and all those guys live, but the big reason why I became a Suns fan was because how fucking great Nash was. And just
so
getting the
fun to watch.
ball, literally like
Boom, boom,
shooting
boom,
the three. He's literally part of the 40, 50, 90 club, you know what I mean, where it's like 3-point shooting,
Right.
field goal percentage, like free throw, like that's the type of guy. Like I know like some people don't think he, like they overhyped his certain leagues and stuff. Like I get technically Shaq or Kobe could have won an MVP that year, but like that's the type of guy where it's like, yeah, if you have the mental
Multifaceted skills
the mental
and
the mental
side.
fortitude, but also just everything in general, where you know where you're at out on the court. That's a great part about Joker, is like he could play in any year because of
How multifaceted
and he
he
knows
is.
where his fucking like players are on the court. Like
Right.
Murray could be fucking.
Hey, we gotta get out of here.
Not
We
even
can
where he's
continue
at,
this
yeah.
conversation
Yeah.
off the air, man.
Yeah.
I'm happy to keep talking Joker. We gotta get out of here.
Yeah.
We gotta let this guy go have a life.
Yeah,
Man.
no,
He's
he
helped
needs
me
to
out.
get the hell out of here. Yeah, come on.
All right. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you,
Do
Sean.
you want people to find you? I know people can check out your music. We're going to have an outro song from Royalty Club. This is unreleased that you're about to hear on the outro.
Yeah, hey, follow Mayday all day on Instagram. What's the number?
23, yeah.
Maybe
That was
I'll say
for
23.
LeBron Jordan. But besides that, if you want to just look up my name,
He's a ring chaser.
Mahlon Steepleton, for any article you ever want to read on anything. So that's about
Okay.
it. So,
Follow the fucking bowling articles.
Yeah, I want to read some of this.
Tap in.
Bull.com,
shit.
yep, that's where
There's
they're
definitely he got some shit out there. Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
And then this song. Tell us about
Hey,
this song.
follow Royalty Klub with a K if you haven't already.
Hell yeah.
We got a lot of new shit cooking up. We're gonna leave you with a little something that hasn't even been released anywhere yet, except for exclusively here on Top Shelf with my boy Sean. Nothing but love. Appreciate him having us back on.
Fuck yeah. Love the pod. Great.
This song, expect a lot of
This man has been in. Let me just speak for you
from
for a
Royalty
second.
Klub.
This man has been in the dark, grinding daily while working a job, doing the same type of shit that I'm on, that a lot of people are on. Give him some love. Go follow him. Go check out his stuff. And there's a ton of stuff coming down the pipeline, like you said, because when you work in the dark, stuff's got to get pushed to the light eventually.
For real. Supporting me is free, so I'm not asking for nothing but just a little listen or a little follow or nothing. So, but yeah, check out some of the new stuff I got cooking. Always,
Do you have a name for this one we're gonna hear?
Yeah, so this is gonna be Energy is the name of this track, featuring Cassia. Hey, shout out Cassia, I got you, girl. Homegirl back from Arizona. So we got 2 local AZ artists on this track. Kind of a club mix, kind of like a boppy little something. We gonna let you see if you fuck with it or not. But yeah, all love to everybody. I was gonna shout out the YouTube.
Yeah.
Intolerable
Follow
YouTube.
us on YouTube.
Hell yeah, follow.
You're watching this hopefully. You can see the fine guests of Intolerable on YouTube.
Royalty Klub on YouTube as well. Spread the love where it's spreaded. So
Absolutely.
Hey, much love.
Check out
Thank
Colorado
you, Sean.
Comedy. Check out Comedy Works South. See you fine faced around. Come give me a smile. And thank you for supporting and listening. You can check out Eating and more bonus content on our Patreon, patreon.com/intolerable.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for being here, boys.
Got a good
Thank you.
mukbang.
Oh, quick wing rating at the very end. What do we get? Thank you, Sam.
Yeah, we talked about it. 9s.
9 out of 10. The
around.
only issue was, like Sam said, which is correct, there just was not enough
I need
wings.
mo.
But they were fucking
need
They
some
want
more.
more. They want
We need
more.
some more of them.
And if you want more, head over
Hey,
to
some people say
patreon.com.
Yes,
quantity
sir.
over, quality over quantity. So yeah, there you go.
Head over
So,
to
yeah.
patreon.com/intolerable.
Much love.
Perfect. Fuck off and be well. Let it roll. Let it roll.
I love waking up next to you, baby, baby, baby. I love waking up next to you, baby, 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 baby. Last night we got a little wild and crazy, 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 crazy. I just wanna vibe with you tonight. Make sure that your energy is right. 10-4, 10-4. It's been a bit, but I know the driveway code. Punch info, girl, I'm at the front door. Girl, I memorized it, got her mesmerizing. She know how to twist, lick and hit it how I like it, yeah. We let the sunrise ride in. All night we was vibing, now we just smoking, but the weed ain't quiet. I love waking up next to you, baby, 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 baby. Last night we got a little wild and crazy, 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 crazy. I just wanna vibe with you tonight. Make sure that your energy is right.